We're here sitting down with Kadir and Umut from Turkey, who have a project called
Meclis AI.
Meclis AI, which means
Parliament.
in Turkish.
Yes.
We were just talking about this at the session this afternoon, and it's a fascinating project. Why don't you describe it in general terms?
We are just calling it as a AI-powered archive of the Turkish Parliament.
Okay.
And briefly, we are just monitoring all of the parliamentary things like the bills, speeches, parliamentary inquiries, parliamentary questions, and making it machine readable by turning boring PDF text into categorizing it, summarizing it, and sharing it with the different NGOs and businesses and that kind of stuff.
So to do that, you have to have somebody like Umut who does the AI part.
Yes, we use the generative AI's capabilities like LLMs in order to categorize, summarize, and comment on those legislative data, and then we could search with human words, and then we could ask questions to the data itself.
If you want, in our dashboard.
Why did you start this project? What motivates you to do this?
There are lots of data in the Turkish policymaking systems. Thousands of pages, millions of words, but it's not that accessible. It's transparent, you can access every PDF document online, but you cannot make search, you cannot categorize anything that you wanted to see in that. And as an NGO, you wanted to make an advocacy on those topics, but you don't have enough data to work on. We are just providing them and trying to make them more data-driven organization.
But what's the purpose? Why did you start this? What's your goal?
As an individual, you select politicians. They get into parliament, discuss stuff. Like Kadir mentioned, it's thousands of pages of talk, but at the end you get to see the effects of what their actions are, but you're not participated in the thought or development phase of those ideas. And what Meclis AI allows us to do here is that this data is accessible for NGOs, for anybody who would like to think on what's being discussed on Parliament, so that we have more educated people and they'll eventually have better law, because they uphold those who make law accountable.
So you want to make information transparent so that people can make better choices.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Political choices. And to avoid unfairness. You were telling me stories about what you believe to be unfair, and that if there had been available information, same information to everyone, maybe those situations wouldn't have happened. Would you like to comment on some of these?
In Turkey, we had a big disaster of Toma mine facility years ago, and when we look back into the archive, we could see that before that incident happened, a couple of question bills were actually sent to the parliament about the safety side of this mine to be taken seriously, and what are the precautions have taken by the owner of those mine, and
they were rejected.
And if that was more visible in the eyes of people, that could also have risen voices about those incidents, and maybe it could have been prevented.
You would agree that the purpose of your project then is to make information available,
Yes.
symmetrical information available, to avoid the asymmetries of information, to make sure that even in a country that could be considered autocratic, people are accountable.
Yes.
Yes.
As a normal citizen, you can, if you wanted to see what's going on in the parliament, it's 3 times a week, 10 hours for each. You cannot watch it, you don't have enough time to do that. If you wanted to follow that in the media filters comes in. We are just following every document, every bill, every proposal submitted to that, and sharing with the NGOs and also the citizens part. We are just, in our citizens part, we are just telling it as a Tinder for the Turkish Parliament. We are just sharing all of the parliamentary data and parliamentary agency with the parliamentary agenda with the citizens, and in the more cooler format, like we call as a Tinder, because you can swipe up between the different proposals and you can see what happened in the parliament in less than 5 minutes a day. And it's used by the 200K of citizens, and it reaches almost like 3 million of people each month via our social media presence.
How many people use your system right now?
Which one? We have two ones.
Okay, so
200K total for the Tinder for the Turkish Parliament thing, but for the professional thing, 20 NGOs are still using our MVP, and 10 researchers are using our MVP.
That was you actually showed me, and the user experience was very interesting. It's very friendly, so, and it's in real time.
Yes.
How do you evolve this project?
With the help of AI, you could handle lots of different stuff in more than 70, hundreds of languages at the same time, and we're trying to craft a framework to apply this accountability into maybe different parliaments of the world, different parts of the world, or maybe different areas that could be tracked, that's being published around the world. Like, we'll see about it on our way, but our initial thought is to just make this project sustain itself more with the help of finding the commercialization of this project, and then expand into new countries to see how their system works, if it is suitable for our framework.
The 200K users, citizens, do they pay anything to do
It's
this?
almost free.
It's all
It's free. All free for the parliamentary agenda, but for the detailed search, we are just using the Magis AI for that.
So, but that's what the NGOs are.
Yeah, it's free for the NGOs right now because we have a core fund directly on this.
Okay.
But we wanted to make it as a software as a service product for the government agents, different foreign government agencies, for the companies, for the compliance, for the other NGOs. We are just making joint project applications with the other NGOs in Turkey to use our data.
Researchers.
And the other thing you were telling me is you categorize the information.
Yeah.
So the value is not only in the transfer and opening of information to everyone, so it's symmetrical, but also in the categorization to make it simpler to read and to analyze.
Yeah, we were the guys who is doing that job manual, and we have a categorizing system that every one of our policy researchers knows, and we just onboard them when someone newly comes to our team, and we just teach the AI to think like one of our team members. We just explain all of our categories to that, and it just makes it better than us, I guess, right now.
And also we use this power into the specific needs of the user. So you could also ask the intentions in the speeches. You could mine data and drive information from speeches or bills, or it could check if a parliamentary question is asked and answered, if it is really answered, because when you ask 5 questions and you get 1 answer and leave 4 questions unanswered, it looks unanswered.
We are just taking that into by analyzing all of the PDFs. And our systems knows policy making processes in Turkey better than everyone else.
You could transfer, the AI will allow you to transfer the language.
Yeah.
But with a little bit of work, you could tweak and transfer this. We were discussing to Hungary, to Poland, to Azerbaijan, to Mexico. We were, and to Brazil. We were discussing. I mean, how would you see this working? What would the benefits of using something like this in a country like Mexico be? I mean, from your visit, I know you're not experts on Mexico, but
there, also in Turkey, there are lots of people who are advocating for their causes, and there are as well. Like, there should be, and we will be actually backing those people to make their job easier and let their voice out. So we would need partners who are knowledgeable about the system here and should guide us through. And if we would have nice partnerships along the way, it's very easy to establish our framework into other countries.
So you believe your framework basically ensures,
Replicable to every country.
but it also ensures accountability at all levels. So,
Yes.
so it makes the government and it makes the parliament, and it could make the judicial system. It could make everyone,
Everything, yeah.
everything
If you have
accountable.
enough data,
We're not promising that, but this is the way it's designed, and this is the way it works with us.
Thank you very much, Kadir and Umut. And I think it's a fantastic project. I enjoyed it very much. I enjoyed working with you all day long. And I hope this conversation can be used to make other people understand the kind of work you're doing, to make information available to everyone. So everyone has the same information and people can be held accountable in positions of power.
thank you.
Thank you for your kind words.
Thank you.